Welcome to this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live, the show which ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through their industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have Manel Casanova. He's an energy healer and a spiritual teacher, originally from Catalonia, Spain, but now based in the US. He's also the founder of Universal Healing. Welcome to the show, Manel.
Thank you very much, Ajay. It's a pleasure to be here. Yes.
You are welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome to India in this online form. And I'm sure not just in India, but a lot of people across the globe will benefit from what we are going to talk right now. We'll be talking about energy healing for holistic health and well-being. But before we come to this, let us understand about your journey a bit so that people know who they are listening to.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. You described me very well. That I'm originally from Catalonia in Europe, in Spain, and my life was like a normal person. I was having a company, so I always had some spiritual interest, but I was not really pursuing that much in my life. But at some point, I received a strong guidance to change my life and to start studying alternative ways to perceive life, and also to help others with my perception and with using the energy field, using the aura, using the chakras, using the different levels of the energy field. In one of my processes where I was having spiritual guides that were appearing in my consciousness. Now that we are here in India, one of them was Ramana Maharshi, that I never hear from him before or anything like that, and he just appeared in that state of trance that I was perceiving different levels of reality. And he appeared into my life and into my vision, and he told me, be who you are, be who you really are. And then he asked me to come to India, actually, at some point. And I spent 3 months 2 months in Tiruvannamalai, that in Arunachala, in Tamil Nadu. And another month traveling before getting there, but it was really a strong initiation for me into this next step in my life, that was to become an energy healer. And from there, when I went there, I already was having some trainings, and I had already worked with some people. But then coming back, I looked for a strong training that was supporting my intention to become a healer, an energy healer, because that was my guidance, and it became my passion at that point. And so I went to the Barbara Brenner School of Healing in America, which is a very specialized school of energy healing. And I studied there for 7 years, and at some point I became a teacher as well there. And also through guidance, it came to me to start this universal healing, that is remote energy healing, that we are giving to the world, but not to the world in general. I mean, the people can book our healings, our sessions, and we do group remote healing. A group of healers, we get together and we do that very specific healing for systems. So that is what I'm doing, and I'm teaching, I'm working, and my understanding about this reality, it's more and more, it goes deeper into that this physical reality is not physical at all. If not, it's an absolute, we are living in an absolute ocean of consciousness, with different levels of consciousness, different levels of energy, different vibrations. And that consciousness we are not separate from it, even though we have this body and we have this experience that feels separate from each other. But the truth is that we are always interacting with the energy around us, and the energy around us, the universal energy, it's always interacting with us. We are always breathing in and breathing out. The consciousness is listening to us, and we are listening to the consciousness as well. So this is what I'm doing.
Absolutely. This is what you are doing, Manel. But I want to understand, what is it that you heal people from? What is it that they are suffering
Yeah,
from? And that is
yeah,
what
yeah.
you are healing.
Yeah. That's a great question, because the truth is that I work with any kind of illnesses, but of course, to me, it's very important to understand why we are getting sick, why, and I have studied also different ways, and but to me, it's very clear that we have traumas in life that install some fear in us, and our energy field, if we don't process, meaning if we are not being able to integrate and release that energy that gets contracted, that gets blocked through traumas and all that, that energy that is not moving may affect our body in long term and create illnesses. So what we work with is healing all kind of illnesses, physical illnesses, but many of them also are working with traumas and working with helping the energy to move back again, and to be back into the natural flow that is meant to be for the energy. So what are we healing? I would say any distortion in the energy field of a person, anything that is really not allowing you to be more in contact with yourself, not to be able to have a fulfilling experience of life. This is what we are healing.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, who blocks? Means an incident happens, and it happens with so many people. It happens. Why is it that some people are impacted more, that they need this sort of a healing?
Yeah.
Are they blocking their own way, or is it something else that is happening in their life? And then there is a need for people like you to come into picture.
Yes, if I understand well, your question is it's why some people with the same circumstances they get
Yes, yes,
sick and
indeed.
others not. Yeah. So yes, we are actually unique beings. Okay, we all are a unique expression of the universe, and each of us, we have different sensitivities for different things. So we are more prone maybe to be more affected by something. Like some people, they may be more affected when they feel abandoned by their partner or their mother or their father, or to just have that experience of abandonment. And other people receiving the same experience, they just keep going, and it's not affecting them much. So we do, in Hinduism, I know that there is the belief that we incarnate and we reincarnate again. In my experience, because I have a training in past life regressions and working in that field, I can see connections with past life memories that we all have. That also in this, let's say, flow of different lives and different experiences through time and space creates also sensitivities. So we may be more sensitive to something more than others, and that is why we react in different ways.
Absolutely. So let me
Yeah.
understand this. You call yourself a warrior of the light. Help me understand that. What does it mean? And because earlier there was a time when you said, that you followed guidance to change your life several times. You have climbed mountains and traveled to faraway countries to find my purpose. So where was this light earlier on? And now did you find this light? And now you are the warrior of the light.
Well, this This warrior of the light, I'm telling you, I had a hard time really naming myself warrior of the light or even putting that out there. But I guess that how more I'm becoming who I really am, or more I surrender to my true nature, easier it becomes to call myself that way. And the first time that I hear that, it was through some of my spiritual guides telling me, be who you really are. And then at some point they were telling me, and you are a warrior of the light. A warrior of the light, I can see the warrior in me. I have, I have that courage to go into the battlefield. It's not that I have done it in this life, and it's not that I'm looking for fights or anything like that. But there is this courage of facing difficulties, and standing up, standing strong in front of some scary things, or in front of maybe shadows. And because working in this field as well, sometimes we can see, let's call it, I don't like evil, but well, I'm going to use evil here, but evil influences with people that sometimes you have to really be really present and strong in your spiritual guidance and grounded to deal with that, to work with that. So I would say that the warrior of the light have tendency to bring the light that we all are, that is the true nature of everything that we see, into moments where the shadow is prominent and where the darkness it's wanting to annihilate the light of that person, and be able to be there and bring the light back. So, and the light back is healing, and so that is what I'm doing. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I like this, a warrior of the light. And in fact, I fully believe it. Everyone can be a warrior of the light. You have found the purpose for yourself. You are spreading that light into a lot of people who come across you through your message. And that's the very thing you are working and teaching energy healing for now 15 years. And so many other things that you are doing. But everyone else can also become a warrior of the light. How can they do it? And how do you relate it to holistic healing and well-being? Help us understand that.
Okay, so if everyone can become a warrior of the light, I would say, yeah, it's a potential. It's the same that everyone can become an enlightened master at some point. But also, I think that in each unique experience that we already come here to this life with a purpose. That is very clear, and maybe many people, they are not really in the experience that they are having. It's not about saving the world, or changing the world. It's really in this uniqueness that we all have. We are all following this divine precision, to say it. So I'm not blaming people that are doing evil in a way, because they are necessary also in this world that we live. But what happens to me is that I felt, and I hear, and I answer the call. So you may feel or hear the call for you to become something different than what you are doing now in your life. Maybe your life it's not fulfilling for you, and you are wondering. That was happening to me. But aspects of my life were not fulfilling for me. So my job, to say something, even though I like it, but I could always feel that I'm not sure if this is my thing or if I'm here for that. So if you have doubts, if you have curiosity about what is your purpose and all that, just keep yourself open to receive it. To keep yourself open, and guidance will come to you. It can be through other people. It will be through maybe dreams, or maybe Yeah, because we live in a world of divine precision, and when we ask, the universe answers us always. But it's important for us to be open to see that. If we keep ourselves close and close-minded, believing that believing belief systems that are keeping you close, and no, this is not real, this is, then it's kind of hard to really go beyond what a regular perception. But when you open up, everything becomes possible.
Absolutely. Everything becomes possible when you open up. And talking of belief system, you also call yourself a spiritual warrior and not a spiritual hippie. How can people become a spiritual warrior and avoid becoming a spiritual hippie? Help us understand this part. Then again, perhaps they will also need some healing.
Yeah, I'm going to say that a spiritual warrior is the one that really understands that the game is happening here in this incarnation, here and now, here in this body, and that instead of leaving this body to have to have this longing of becoming a spiritual being in another life, in heaven or in another. And that kind of what happens when you do that is that part of your energy is you are kind of living a split life. Your energy is not 100% here, and a spiritual warrior is the one that says, okay, here is the game is happening here, and I'm gonna invite more of myself to be here. I'm gonna keep inviting, and I'm not doing what we call a spiritual bypass of, oh yeah, like everything is perfect and everything is very nice. And no, there are things that are difficult here. There are illnesses, there are all kinds of situations, but this life is worth it when we become more and more present. It's more appealing, and we can bring our passion, we can bring our strength, we can bring our intelligence, our action, at the same time that we become more sensitive, we can feel the other, we can feel life, we can see the beauty, we can see also the beauty in the not so beautiful things that are happening in life. So being a spiritual warrior is more this, really embracing life, really, okay, this is life, I'm here, I'm going to be here.
Absolutely. So, what is the purpose then of ours on this planet? Is it particularly to deal with our sins, or is it here to live a life which is also enjoying the fruits of God's creation? How do you see that? A lot of people believe, okay, this earth is the paradise that we talk about. It's the heaven, and that we should extract as much as possible, perhaps. And that's also a reason for problems. Other people look at it in a much more beautiful manner. This is the life we have, we God wanted us to have, and let us make it a heaven for everyone else. What is your thought about this? What is our reason for being on this thing called planet Earth?
Yeah, I don't think that this planet Earth is one thing. I think it's a playground for you to have this experience, and your experience is your unique experience. So it's very important to really come in and allowing to find answers in yourself. It's okay to receive guidance from outside, and if you are a religious person as well, you can explore your religion and see where it takes you and all that. That it's and but what I don't like much is when many people, and also in the spiritual field or the healing field, that they say this is a third dimension planet. I think it's in all dimensions planet here. We have all the dimensions with us, and it's where we are able to focus our attention. Let me say that in a better way. when we are able to integrate all dimensions in you, in your embodiment, and here, then really you can have a very different experience of being here and not feeling that separate from this divine precision that is happening here with your purpose and all that. It really changes when we are able to integrate more, because different levels of consciousness are not just in the planet but are in us, in our energy field. We have different levels, and these levels, they have different levels of consciousness. When we allow the higher vibration levels to permeate more our life and our body, it really brings clarity and a wisdom that we don't have when we are more focused into the survival mode. And so what is this planet? I would say it's a personal answer, but it can be much more than what we normally think or what we are told at school.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it makes a lot of sense. And even from a scientific perspective, now people are talking about not just one universe, multi-universe. And in fact, if I read it correctly, one of the top NASA people have also said that there are not one but millions of exoplanets, planets like Earth, and they might be having life in a way. I need to read that again, but this is what I could understand, that we may think that we are the only one, but there could be so many planets like Earth, and you never know, life will exist in different forms, perhaps like us, very different from us. But then this is the way God works, and you never know, there might be, we might be living in other space or dimension in another way, as they say, in different planets at the same time. And that's where people say we perhaps exist in 7 planets at the same time in different form and different experiences. But I like your thing that we are all multidimensional, and that gives us the power to also, look at things beyond what we are, beyond the physicality of our existence, but from everything that we are. And in fact, sometimes it can be also possible to meet God if we look at it from that perspective, whatever way we think of God. What is your experience, understanding of this?
Sorry, because I couldn't hear you 100%. Sometimes it was cutting a little bit.
Yeah,
but
the benefits of being a multi-dimensional being.
Yeah, the benefits is that we are actually a multidimensional being, and we can have a multidimensional experience, meaning that we can find our true purpose when we really are in alignment with all our different dimensions. If we keep ourselves split in different, our energy, our consciousness is split with different things happening at the same time. It's hard to have not control but presence in real presence in yourself. But we can bring all these different levels of consciousness, of dimensions, into our experience here and now. And then we can really have a beautiful multidimensional experience, because we do have the wisdom. We feel really deeply connected. Our heart opens more than closes. We connect with life in general, with others, and with plants and animals and all the existence, and we are connected with, at the same time, with beings that are not in the physical, that can be our spiritual guides. And but how more we can bring everything into alignment, more we can do that.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about relationships. Most of the people in the relationship can be a challenge for them, is a challenge, and they are always struggling to keep those relationships in good condition. A lot of people get traumatized with whatever experiences they have had in their relationship or are having. How can we, one, heal their relationship with whoever that is?
Yeah, I don't think that there is a magic formula for relationships. I'm in my third marriage, I have to say. So, but but um, but that makes sense to me because also I have been evolving, since I got married the first time, and I have been finding a partner that was more in alignment of where I was in different times in my life. And relationships can be very karmic as well. Karmic meaning that we in these memories of past lives we may find ourselves that, oh, I've been with this person before, and in different ways. Sometimes this your partner was your daughter or your son or your father. All these kind of variations, and you had some attachment, some that was not resolved in a way. So you come back, and because you come back to try to find harmony, to try to find a resolution for that conflict, because this is one of the laws of the universe, that the universe it's always working to bring harmony back. When something goes out of harmony, there is a tendency, like energy healing. I like it because many times, and I like Ayurveda and Chinese medicine as well, because they are very connected with the energy as well, aspects of life, the subtleties and they understand very well that these ancestral ways of treating people, that once we help a little bit to bring balance into the body, everything comes back. The illness disappear. We regain health, and we are, because that is the natural tendencies. Like when we cut ourselves, the normal thing is that the cut will heal itself. So with energy healing and the more Western medicine, it's focusing more in the symptoms and fighting something, fighting this, fighting cancer or fighting instead. And look, here it's a warrior of the light talking, but but I don't think that that we are here to fight. We are here really to integrate, to have our experience and allow that experience to integrate in us and bring back to harmony. In that way, we integrate more of our multidimensional nature, and we become more ourselves.
Absolutely, absolutely. There is much to learn about these things from you, Manel, and I'm sure a lot of people would want to learn more from you, about you, also be your, take your services if possible. So, what is the best way for them to connect with you?
Yeah, I have an email that is manel@manelcasanovahealing.com. I have two web pages as well. One is manelcasanovahealing.com, and the other is universalhealing.org. And we are always open to receive new people, of course, to be able to help more people, but also to create a bigger experience of healing for anyone, and also bring our creativity forward. So we may start also teaching energy healing or different soon. So yeah, just reach out, and we are always happy. I'm very happy always to answer any questions and to interact with others, because to me it's in doing that I feel the magic of the universe, that we are connected, and if you just feel that I'm saying something that you may be interested in, yeah, reach out to me and we'll talk. We'll do what we have to do.
Absolutely. The magic of the universe in the moments we live. With this,
Yeah.
With
Yes.
this, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you, Ajay. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And you're all.